Guys, we are back with another Country Wayne skit review. I make shake the camera, Okay. And a Country Wayne skit review, and this is when Tamara's friend Chantel goes off on her. I'm sorry, I am 100% 10 toes down with Chantel. Okay, Tamara. Every time something goes on with her and Wayne, she doesn't call Shay-Ho up. She don't call Delicia up. She don't call Lauren up. And she damn sure don't call Amber up. She calls Chantel and her other friend up. She called them two girls up and talk about it. But now, since you're going into a podcast, and you haven't even thought about your friends at all. And when Chantel sat there and said, you know what? I gotta rethink my friendship with you. Because it's not about me being a good friend for you. It's about you actually bringing it back to and being a good friend for me. You don't know how to do that. You are so selfish. You don't know how to do that. You feel everything revolves around you, and that's what Tamara feels. Everything revolves around her. She call them girls up every time there is something going on in her life that now she needs somebody to talk to. But when everything is going good in her life, she don't talk to them. She go around her whole bags. And Amber is not part of that whole bag. And when I'm saying that whole bag, Amber is not part of that whole bag. Okay? Amber don't like Tamara. Has nothing to do about Wayne. She don't like Tamara because she thought that they squashed whatever they did was done when Amber kicked her out of her house, and she found out from messy ass Shay-Ho is that Tamara still been around talking about it. So. But no, and Chantel had every right to go off on her. She needed to. Because she was telling Tamara the truth. You're sitting here, and every time when things is going good in your life, you don't contact us. We don't hear from you. We got to reach out to you. But soon as something go wrong, you're right here in our kitchens, in our living room, drinking drinks and the whole nine. And then you didn't want to invite them. And why don't you tell them the truth? You didn't want to invite them into our podcast because you feel like they ghetto. That's what it was. You feel like your two friends is ghetto. And they might be ghetto, but they was enough to hold you down when you needed to held down. They was enough to keep honest with you when you needed honesty to be kept with you. They was enough to actually be true friends by telling you when you was wrong and when you was right. And that's the part where your whole bags, it would never tell you that. Your whole bags would never ever tell you that. But Tamara, you are one of the ones that you have to learn from your mistakes. You have to learn from them. So you're gonna end up learning from your mistakes with this one right here with your friends, and watching. Like she said, she gonna have a field day of laughing all the way through this whole thing. Because Tamara, you was totally wrong. Okay? You totally forgot about your true friends. If you're gonna do anything, you do it with your true friends. Not with this set of whole bags that don't even like you. And you know Amber don't like you, but Amber is not part of the whole bag, like I said before. She's not part of that. But thank you guys for tuning in to the Talk of the Table. Let's chat. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. And continue to leave your comments. I am Tasha. And we're going to keep this moving. Okay, we're going to keep this moving.